What's up, everybody? Let's get to it. No time to waste. We're gonna talk about hairless pussy. Now, I feel gross saying it, but I have weird ass friends on Instagram, and of course, getting the topics from fucking Instagram is becoming detrimental. Like hairless. I can't even say it because I call people bitches. Like you act like a fucking bitch all day, but pussy. Oh, I don't. I don't know. I just don't like it. It's just one of those words, like the c word. See you next Tuesday. It's one of those things where when I talk about this shit, it's like I hear a lady say it, I hear a guy say it in a porno or something. Like it's just one of those things. That's like it's not an appealing word. Now, are there appealing words? It's more of a personal thing. It's a personal thing. But as far as like saying it, I'll go with it. As far as the topic, um, I know this was talking about his cat because he has a hairless cat, which is just fucking gross. It looks like if you left a bag of trash, a little bag of trash, like in the sun, and it started to wrinkle and get all fucked up, and then you're like, no, this is no good no more. Throw it away. Well, it was never good because it was a piece of trash to begin with. Shout out to this was cat. Yeah, like, let's talk about my cat today. I don't think you want to watch this shit. Shout out to you. Great topic. I don't know. I don't give a shit about cats. I don't give a shit about animals, really. I just have them because my wife likes that shit. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Animals are like things I don't want to take care of because I don't. I barely take care of myself. So what's the point of having animals? Like it kills me. So sorry about that. I don't feel that way, but I mean it is what it is. Let's move on. Uh, so sad. No disrespect towards your cats. It's just I don't give a fuck. Okay. This topic's a little weird because this fool said me. I want to talk about you. No problem, dog. And this goes out to little Tay Tay. I mean, little Gay, little Ray Ray. He said, talk about me. Okay? Little Ray Ray is one of the weirdest individuals I've ever seen, heard, and had the chance to just conversate with in my life. He said some of the most outrageous, disgusting, appalling things that you'd be like, what's wrong with him? I don't know. I don't know. But he's a fan. No, for us, he'll just be like, oh, I want to fucking hold down Javier and slap his cheeks with mayonnaise. Why? It's like, sounds like a good time. So, yeah, I don't know what his obsession is with Javier, but, I mean, Javier's a cool guy. Why wouldn't you want to? Well, I wouldn't want to slap his cheeks with mayonnaise, but I mean, if little Ray Ray, he has a fantasy about it, that's cool. This is an all inclusive place where you can be honest. If you want to smack cheeks around, that's on you. There's no problem here, dog. Just do you. So come over here with that shit. Stay over there in the nasty crew. That's where they do shit like that. But yeah, Lil Ray, you're fucking weird, and I thank you for watching. I don't know if you want me to keep talking about you later on because I'm just gonna talk shit because you're crazy. Like you're a psychopath. Earlier he wrote me, uh, it looks like a radiator hose. I was like, what the fuck? Like your colon shouldn't look like that. But that's beyond the fact. Let's move on. This one's a little weird. This one is runs the gamut. Ask everyone to sign, please, and thanks. So in the bottom, there's gonna be a link to a petition to bring or no to renew or continue the series New Girl on Netflix. I talked about this man's cat. I talked about Lil Ray Ray. I don't give a shit about that goddamn show. I'm sorry. I'm be honest. Who gives a shit about the New Girl? I think it was on for like 8 seasons. Good. Enjoy those 8 seasons. Let go of whatever the fuck else you're still holding on to. Let her move on. Let her fall into obscurity with that weird ass shit that she does. That's fine. Let her go. You had a good run. You gotta move on. Now, if this was Home Improvement and I was much younger, I would care. I don't care. TV shows are like whatever. And constantly you're into like shit on Netflix and shit like that. They're always canceling the goddamn shows, no matter what it is. Be like, yeah, oh, this is so good. This is so, and then you send somebody over there like, check this shit out, and now they're disappointed like you because the shit's over. Kid shows they cancel, regular shows they cancel, movies and shit. They'll start that one pisses me off because it's like, oh, they're doing this book series or they're doing this movie, but that first movie didn't do good, mainly because maybe the movie wasn't good, obviously, but maybe the story wasn't put together right. Like if you read the book, it was better, but they're never gonna do it, so it's fucking trash. I fucking hate shit like that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't give a shit about the show. If you do enjoy it, you know, to your little heart's content, and if you can, please go down there and sign your little petition so they can keep this bitch on the air for another fucking year. God damn it! I don't know why people like so much time. You got so much time to do all kinds of shit. Why do you stress on this fucking show? Like, or like Gilmore Girls. Ah, low key Gilmore Girls is better than fucking the New Girl. I think the New Girl is ass. They do have some funny parts, but I think mostly it's ass. And then the Gilmore Girls is real suburbanite, but their jokes are pretty tight. Not like tight, like tight. They're like well grouped. Feel like I had to stress that out. And yeah, if you're thinking like, oh shit, James is talking all kinds of shit, we are talking about the Gilmore Girls here and the New Girl. And the truth is because I'm one of those guys, like I watch that shit with my wife. So if she's watching Sex Life, I leave because I have nothing. There's nothing for me in that. Like that's too soap opera-y. Like I'm good. And then what else does she watch? Those chicks from the Housewives of Orange County. I don't know which one it is. If they're from New Jersey, I think maybe. Oh, those bitches fight. It is awesome. Like just wham. Like just oh my god. It's like fake titties and lips everywhere. Like it's just nonsense. Awesome. Great TV. But as for me, I watch Perry Mason. Like honestly, it's a good show. It's on HBO Max. I'm becoming that guy. Where you know how people like watch shit on cable? I'm the guy that watches it on fucking HBO and I'm like, have a little piece of tea. I don't know. I just see it like, you know, like to me, HBO Max, things like that felt like people with money should have. You know, for a long time, that's how I felt like, I'm going to watch my Game of Thrones. But now, the older you get, it's like, I guess I could pay a little more because you start watching shit on TV, you start realizing like it's the same shit. It's the same concept over and over, like all these fucking sitcoms. And you're just like, I'd rather pay a little more to watch some naked people or some straight out violence. You know what I mean? The last one, you know, we didn't finish was the fucking the BMF, that 50 Cent shit that he puts together. Them shows are good. I don't know why I went down this rabbit hole of shows, but you know what? I like it. I don't know what shows do you guys like. Put it down there. I'll fuck dog. I read it, I respond, I talk to all you guys all the goddamn time. There is one thing that I wanted to talk about. I want to bring it down because I didn't like. I want to be funny and shit, but you know, you get some news or somebody tells you something and it kind of brings you back down to reality. So let me tell you about me for a little bit. Most of you know this because I feel like most of you follow my family. Imagine if I had 100 family members follow me. If you're hardcore Mexican, it's like one side of your fucking family. what was it, 2020? Like, at the fucking worst time of my life. Like, fucking trash. It started off, my wife needed to have surgery. What she had, I won't say because that's her business, but she had surgery, and then we had to go to the hospital. She had to stay in there for like a day or two. Like, I was burnt the fuck out going there and being with her and the kids and all that shit, right? Then shortly after, my daughter tears her ACL. She needs to have surgery for that. I feel like before she had that surgery though, we found out like she needed it. But before that, we found out my dad had cancer. He has stage 4 lung cancer. So this is all in a span of like 2 years, right? So my daughter has a surgery. I'm not entirely sure on the timeline, but my dad ends up progressing. He ends up dying. So that year, it was 2020 of New Year's Day, right? Prior to, I think 4 years earlier, my stepbrother passed away. He fell off a building and died. So that happened on New Year's Day. My dad passes away on New Year's Day, 4 years later. Like, I couldn't make this shit up. Like, it sounds like some like, oh, can you believe this actor? Did you know that he has all this sad shit? Like I'm Keanu Reeves. But I'm serious. This shit happened. So then my dad dies, right? New Year's Day, 2020. Bam. 3 months later, on March, we start hearing about uh, my cousin passed away. My cousin got run over. Not run over. Yeah, he did get run over. He crashed in his motorcycle and he died. So we went out. We all went to TJ and we buried him and all that. Like, it was just surreal. Like, all this is happening, right? That next motherfucking month, COVID happened. So everybody's in the house. All this shit happened, right? Somewhere along the way, I started having these like fucking terrible ass nightmares. Just reliving all the fucked up shit and just having these like little visions of like fucked up shit that I've been through, right? Or like manifest in a different way. Those 2 fucking years were so ridiculous. Like, just goddamn, like, think about what I just told you. All these things, right? Just to add to my life of, my biological father still dying. He died years ago, shot in the face. I didn't really know him like that. Then my half brother, who I met at his funeral, he ends up killing himself. So like, I look at my life, right, and it's like, man, this is fucked up. But then I look at this little section of my fucking life, and it was so rough. And yet, I'm still here. I'm still doing this thing. I'm still living my fucking life. We are still thriving. We still love each other. You know what I mean? So like, when you look at how ugly this shit gets, it's incredible that I could just still be happy, still talking shit, still love this life that I'm in. So I just wanted to share that because somebody shared some shit that I don't want to put out there, but it really goes to show you, like, it is fucked up out there for everyone at different points. And you just gotta understand, like, sometimes it's your time's up. Your ticket's gone, you're going. But sometimes it's somebody else's time to deal with the pain. So if you're going through some shit, like, I understand. I've been there. Believe me, I've been there. That being said, good luck to all of you. I didn't want to get so heavy, and I want to end it like that. Well, that's not a fat joke. Don't back up. That's not a fat joke. I wasn't clowning my weight. It was pretty good though, right? It was like, whew, I slid that right in. Anyways, I just want to say, I got like 100 people watching this shit. I want to say thank you. Like, I don't think that you would do that. I don't know why you would, honestly. me and the wife were talking, right? Sometimes you wanna explain yourself, right? Because you wanna feel bigger than you are. Sometimes, not every time, but sometimes. And I was telling my wife, I go, I'm just one of those people that I don't see myself in anyone else. I want to. It sounded like a sex joke. It's not. It's not. I swear. But I can't really look at people and want the same, the same, like, oh shit, man, they're stoic as fuck. Like, I fuck with that shit. Like, a lot of times it's different. Everyone's different. And so I feel cold. Like, sometimes I feel cold as fuck. And I think, God damn it, I'm not the one you want to see. I mean, when somebody dies or whatever, I just say, like, hey, man, sorry to hear that. I don't really reach out like that because I'm not good at that. You know what I mean? Me and Javier, like, we have that understanding where we see so much of that, so we don't care. We joke about it to laugh. That sounded dumb as fuck. Let me take that back. We joke about it to cope with it. And our coping mechanisms where we would have this, debate on who had the sadder dad story and whose dad died sadder than the other. And I think I would win because I got two dead dads. Not like little Ray. He has two dads for separate reasons. But I got two dead dads, so I always got that on Javier. I'm sorry. What did I tell you? This is how I cope with shit. And we just had this conversation with me and Javier. Was saying, I have the ability, or I should have had the upbringing to become a full-on psycho. Like, just lose all my shit. Just go out there, fuck this world. Like, just with that anger. And that's a gift, honestly, because they just, Javier was like, oh, so we moved a lot. So when you move a lot, it's not good for you. Like, you don't have a stability, you don't have ground, you don't have this. So your brain starts to adjust in that way where nothing is certain. And that's just still fucking rolls me today. You move a lot. You're left alone. You're abused. Like, this shit sucks. You know what I mean? And I have the ability to be like, man, fuck y'all. And I have good reason to be. But I don't. And like, the same time, because I don't, I'm happy as shit. And I don't let anybody bother me. And if you got a problem, have your fucking problem. I don't care. And if you got a problem with me personally, we can talk about it. Because I believe there's not much that we can't talk out. Like, we could talk about anything. Well, you looked at me weird. Look at everybody. You alright? You doing okay in your life? That something bothers you like that? If you got this looking at you like, and that bothers the shit out of you, dog, you got real problems. Like, you need to deal with whatever's going on in your life before you look at somebody else like, man, fuck you. And people do walk around angry as shit. I just had this conversation with Javier. By the way, me and this will talk all the time about outrageous shit. And I have this theory that the reason why we do that is because back in the day, you couldn't really just open up your mind. Like, we're really, really expansive in the way we think. So we can't really just open up. We can't just be like, hey. Okay, so I had this question. Oh, man, should I say it? I mean, it's not bad. It is bad. Okay. I'm gonna roll it out. But keep in mind, this is just a thought. And I do wonder this sometimes, right? Okay. Say you're a grown-ass man, right? Now, you were with a young girl when you were a young man. Say you're 16. You're with another 16-year-old girl. You're doing things, right? Are you a pervert if you think about it at an older age? Because now you're a grown man thinking about a young girl, but at the time, you were a young man. So I think, does that make you a creep? I don't know. Also, because I love being equal, women. women with were young men at the time they were young. Does that make her a pervert if she thinks about him at a later age? Also, do people even do this? I'm sure you must, something must cross your mind and be like, oh, I remember so and so, and then you remember so and so. But that's my point. Does that make you a creep or a pervert? I don't know. They're your memories, right? So these are conversations that I would have with my friends, and I would have I would have these now. I never had no conversation like this when I was younger, because you can't just be open and say whatever the fuck you want. You gotta, hey, homie, that's not cool. Don't do that. Don't say that. Don't come across like that. What the fuck is that, dog? That's why we're always clammed up. Like, nah, you can't say too much. But then when you do get people that are just different, like I remember I had my homie David, and I would have my homie Carlos, and they were just different guys that do different shit. And Carlos was always playing ball, and he would work, and he was always with his family, and I would hang out with them. But then David, he was always with his family, but he would go off and do whatever the fuck he wanted to. So he was kind of that person where he would go do all that, but yet still be cool with me. And then fools at your bar like, that's your friend, like that's who you hang out with. I mean, my other friends, and I'd be like, yeah, because they let me talk that shit, and we could just be open, and that those conversations would be like, that's real interesting. That's what I'm saying. Like, just at a different age, just be comfortable with being able to be open. Like now, my son, he talks to me about everything, and we talk about school and all the shit that happens there. And I know I'm saying this shit because he's fucking watching, you little bastard. I'm just playing. I love you. Uh, but we talk about these things, and I told him nothing's off the table. Like we talk about fucking everything. He could ask me a question like I just posed to you, and I'm gonna talk about it. Because to me, having the ability to express yourself and the curiosity sometimes answered or expanded on makes you that much more of someone willing to learn about something else, or it gives you an insight into yourself on how you feel. I, I don't know why, I don't know where the fuck I got this shit, but I roll with that. Like I'm about that shit. Like if that's the way you want to talk about it, dog, I'm with it. And I've had conversations where people tell me all kinds of shit. Like sometimes shit I think like, dog, am I the person that you want to tell that to? Then I think, damn right. Because I don't say shit. I just keep it to myself and I'll roll with it. I got people's secrets for fucking years. And that's okay. Because I rather take your secret, throw it away or forget about it, because that's the way my mind works, and you out there free and clear because you got it off your chest. Fuck it. Go live your life. I I like that. And I'm gonna keep doing that shit because I think it's good for people. I know that sometimes I have the conversation with my wife like, fuck, you gotta talk to everybody. Everybody. Yeah. That's just who I am. But the older we've gotten, the more she just understands like I can be a social butterfly. And when I am, most of the people around me are pretty happy. So when I do it, why be so closed off and keep it to myself? I think that's why I'm doing this more, because I'm not saying I'm gonna brighten your day, but I don't make it any worse. Unless you're a New Girl fan. My bad. I didn't mean this shit on your show. It's great. I just don't care for it. Anyways, check the links. Follow me when you can. Like my shit if you do. And I'll catch you fools next time. Also, I love you.